Designed with the driver in mind, the all-new Mazda CX-90 is the perfect blend of high-performance appearance and world-class refinement. Right now, get 0.9% financing on the all-new CX-90 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer. Team Mazda, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Well, good morning to you again, everybody. For those of you kind of making the switch over to WAFB Plus from the Big Show 9 News this morning, thanks so much for being with us on that midweek Wednesday of yours. Everybody wanting to look towards that Thanksgiving holiday. Got to get through Wednesday first. And actually, Jeff Morrow in with us this morning. And Jeff, you were talking about overcast out there right now, but we can see, courtesy of our Sky 9 camera network, some of those clouds breaking up. We got some blue sky peeking through here, huh?
Yeah, so we're going to get a little bit of sunshine for today. It was a very dreary day yesterday, but today maybe a little bit better as we'll have some of those peaks of sunshine through the clouds. So a live look from our Sky 9 camera. Beautiful sunrise right now taking shape over the capital cities. We're looking across the river from West Baton Rouge Parish, Port Allen City Hall. You see the flags there at the old ferry landing blowing a little bit. We are going to have some breezy winds at times, so you may want some hairspray if you are going to be outside doing some errands for today. Here's a look at Futurecast. You can see those breaks in the clouds. They'll fill in at times, and then we'll get those breaks additionally as we move through the afternoon hours. So let's call it a sun-cloud mix through the day today. For today, we're keeping the forecast dry. That is certainly good news. That may not be the case, though, as we go into Thanksgiving Thursday. But for your Thursday morning, we will be dry. So if you have early travel plans, you should be okay to get to family and friends' houses to celebrate that Thanksgiving holiday. By lunchtime, though, a couple of stray showers, especially along the coast, expected to start to pop up. A better opportunity, I think, of rain, at least inland areas, will be as we head towards dinner time. So here's a pause at 6 o'clock with Futurecast. You can see a couple of these isolated showers. The key takeaway here: coverage not widespread. Also, intensity expected to be very light, so not picking up much in the way of rain amounts. Very manageable rains you can see as we go into your Black Friday shopping hours here, midnight and beyond. A couple of spotty showers still lingering. In terms of rain estimate, the model here just kind of cutting off. So let me see if I can draw it back in, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be dealing with those rain amounts. And it's really very, very light rain. So we're talking about less than 1/10 of an inch. And that's for those areas that do even see rain. Again, probably best likelihood of rain is south of the interstate corridor over towards Acadiana. So let's now give you that first alert to the Thanksgiving forecast, put some numbers behind it, show you exactly what we're going to be contending with and dealing with. Here's a look at your pinpoint forecast. 44 degrees around daybreak on Thanksgiving morning, so it will be cold out the door. Temperatures expected to climb into the upper 50s for daytime highs, so not even getting into the 60s for Thanksgiving Day. And there you see those listed rain chances in the forecast. So for today's travel along the East Coast, especially in the southeast and northeast, could see some issues as we go into Thanksgiving Day. We're going to get a snowstorm up in the Rocky Mountains, and then there's our rains from a Gulf low that's going to be moving across the central Gulf. Snows continue across portions of the Rockies as we move into Friday, and that starts to move into the Central Plains on Saturday. And then for Sunday, one of the busier travel days, yeah, we're going to have rain right over top of us. So we could have some wet, slick streets out there that could cause some hindrances in terms of driving abilities as we look towards the end point of the weekend. So for Thanksgiving, a couple of isolated showers. Black Friday, a couple of stray showers. More likely chance of rain will be on Sunday. That as our next cold front moves into the area. Thankfully, though, Johnny, not expecting any severe weather, at least at this point, so that is welcome news as we look towards that weekend.
There you go. Thank you, Jeff. Good morning, everybody. Still looking okay in the Baton Rouge area, but we will be very busy today and probably sooner than later as folks get out and about, especially in and around the shopping areas, making last-minute travel preparations to leave the city. Like AAA said, 85 to 90% of you traveling are traveling by means of vehicle travel on the traffic on the road, so not airline traffic, although the airports are busy. Here's a live look across the Chaffalaya Basin. You're going to Lafayette. You should be fine. Coming from Lafayette, fine. A little breeze across Lake Pontchartrain. This is the Vonacare Spillway between here and New Orleans. So your Lafayette drive is under 50 minutes by the interstate, and going over to the Kenner Metairie area from the 1012 to the Loyola exit right at 61 minutes. So that's also a good looking drive, at least right now. So as you make your way in and around and try to plan that morning commute, we'll be here with you all morning long. Right now we go back to Studio B, where we do it every morning, a little brief recap of some of our main headlines. And Liz Co, of course, off for the holiday weekend. Matt Williams, back to you.
Johnny, thanks. Appreciate it. We're going to start you halfway around the world here right now. News breaking overnight. So as you were sleeping, this becomes a huge headline. Israel and Hamas perhaps working out an agreement, a pause in everything that's going on in Gaza right now in return for release of some of the more than 200 hostages being held by Hamas. Now, this is set to go into effect local time in Gaza Thursday morning. So we still have some time to get there, but it looks like this is actually going to happen. Could be a few days of essentially a humanitarian pause to allow for a return of these hostages, to allow for more humanitarian aid to go in. A developing story breaking overnight, probably while you were sleeping. We'll keep you updated. Want to get you back into South Louisiana here. Actually, there's a fire, brand new fire. The Baton Rouge Fire Department is working, so I want to get you out to where this is, kind of get you oriented. This is I-10 right here, and Acadian. Right over here is Churchill Avenue. We actually have some pictures from the scene I want to kind of bring up for you as well. BRFD saying they're working possibly it could be another shed fire, and this is, again, we'd have a couple of those over the last 24 hours, but they're just treating it as a fire right now. We actually have a crew on the scene as well, making sure that we understand what's going on, but we'll keep you in the know. I tell you what, though, we're dealing with a few fires around our little part of the world. We'll keep you updated on that one. Again, that's Churchill Street, Churchill Avenue this morning in Baton Rouge. But how about this? Eaton Street in Baton Rouge. This fire under investigation, calling it arson. This home apparently destroyed, a vacant home. BRFD got it under control within about 10 minutes of them being there. But again, they're calling this total loss. Also calling it, though, arson. 344-STOP if you might know anything that can help them out. Keep that number handy because we continue with possible arson investigations. Let's get you out to Livingston Parish. You see this man right here? Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office, investigators and fire departments out there believe he could be responsible for setting some lawn equipment on fire. They actually say they have video surveillance of someone possibly doing that. This happened back on November 18th behind Frog's truck stop. Happened around 5 o'clock in the morning. Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. Once again, the number to dial up if you think you might be able to help them out. You got a good shot of who they are looking for waiting for you at WAFB.com and, of course, your 9 News app. Okay, well, this is, I mean, can you imagine just being like up in the tree doing the hunting thing or whatever, and that fella comes a-calling, or just out in your backyard, and that fella comes a-calling. Black bears. More and more sightings happening in Louisiana. Could we see a return of a black bear hunting season? Now, Louisiana's not had that since the 1980s. It's been a minute. But again, more and more encounters happening. So Department of Wildlife and Fisheries is floating the idea of possibly a season. Right now they're saying it'd be very limited, like right around 10 or so bears harvested every year. And right now they're just thinking about North Louisiana. But, you know, folks in South Louisiana say, we got them down here as well. Department of Wildlife and Fisheries should be kind of ironing out the details about this. February of 2024, season wouldn't be until December of 2024 if they kind of get their ducks or bears in a row. We'll keep you abreast of all of that. Hey, Companion Animal Alliance giving away free pet food today. They do this pretty often. This is going to be Charles R. Kelly Community Center. That's O'Reilly Street, of course. So they're going to get started this morning at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock this morning. And they're going to be there until supplies run out. Great opportunity to get out there and make sure the pets in your life have a little bit of food, the food they need. Again, Companion Animal Alliance with their free pet food giveaway going on today. Where can you, the human, get a free meal? Now, our Kelly Hubbard was live at St. Vincent de Paul this morning, previewing. They got a little turkey carving competition coming up. A lot of dignitaries kind of get out there and carve up some birds. The whole idea is to create more attention, not just for St. Vincent de Paul and what they do, but for the need in our community. Those out there right now who may be experiencing homelessness and poverty, where can they go to get a meal? Well, St. Vincent de Paul is one of those places. And in fact, they're going to have 4 places. Where? I'm glad you asked. Actually, you can find them all in this story right here. From St. Vincent de Paul, their dining room, to the Raising Cane's River Center, to the McKinley Alumni Center, to St. Jared's, all the locations right here waiting for you where you can get that meal come Turkey Day, courtesy of St. Vincent de Paul. Want to let you know, though, as you kind of get going here, Louisiana's statewide burn ban has been lifted. State Fire Marshal's office making that announcement yesterday. Here's the thing, folks in Livingston Parish, this can be a parish by parish thing, and the folks in Livingston Parish have said, Not so fast here. We still want to get through a few more, days, weeks, however long it takes to put a little bit more rain on the ground. So Livingston still does have that burn ban in place. Heads up for you as you get into the holidays. Want to let you know the Pelicans back on the court tonight, playing the same team that they beat on Monday. They absolutely just boat raced them by nearly 40 points. It's the Kings again tonight. For those wondering when C.J. McCollum might get back on the floor, he actually was at practice yesterday, still dealing with a cracked rib and a collapsed lung, so no timeline on when an actual game may happen for him. But Pelicans back on the floor tonight. Check this out. Zydeco on the ice tonight, taking on the, the Mississippi Seawolves. No, like Zydeco, they've only won one game this season, looking for their second win. But the last time they played the Seawolves, man, that was a close game. They lost it, but it was 7-6. Maybe they could reverse that this time around. The puck drops tonight. I think officially it's 7:05. Call it 7 o'clock. Get on out there, put on that sweater, and root on the Zydeco. And speaking of putting on the sweater and getting on the ice, guys, can you get on the ice? Can you do it? Ice skating on the river is coming back to the River Center. Can you guys balance on the blades? Are you good at it?
I'm barely balancing now
Johnny
after
right
the
there.
rum
What's
balls
going
in the
on?
break room.
I mean, there's so many Johnnies right now. How could you balance?
What's going on with all that?
There's a
Can
Johnny
we have
A,
too much of Johnny?
a Johnny B, and a Johnny C.
I don't like any of that.
I don't think you're the only one. What is going on? Do you know how to skate? Do you do the skates?
No, I don't.
No.
I can hang along the wall.
That's kind of how I am. Did you ever go out to the ice skating rink back in the day when we had them in Baton Rouge Leo's and they had the milk crates that you could just kind of balance on? Did you ever do that?
That's the only way I could do it. Yep.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
that's the best way to do it. Okay, so which one of you are watching the cameras, Johnny?
Him.
Oh man, that's too. You know what? I'm just going. That's too many Johnnies for me.
Oh my heavens.
You never know what we're going to do here on the Plus, Johnny.
The one thing we can learn from this, Johnny doesn't have a good side.
Hey, you think anybody's still watching? No? Me either. Hey, we'll see you in 10 minutes on the mothership.
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.